Hello everyone, welcome. Today we are going to learn about how to implement Onsen UI in Angular or getting started with Onsen UI in Angular. So before going to the topic, we'll just go through what is Onsen UI. Angular is supported with multiple libraries for ready-to-use components. Onsen UI is one of them. It have a large set of rich UI components specifically designed for mobile application. So Onsen UI is best comfortable for mobile related applications. It's packed with ready to use implement features that support iOS as well as Angular design standards, and that is free to use 100% open source software. So when you are thinking about the mobile application, so we'll just choose Onsen UI for our Angular application. So let's move forward on the implementation. So the prerequisite is, so before getting started with, I assume you are very familiar with the Angular applications, and you are just now learning about how to implement Onsen UI in Angular. So let's get started. Uh, Let me show you what are the components which I have in my laptop related to Angular. So let me show you the NPM version. So I have a NPM version of 6.14.5, and then now the Angular version. So the Angular version what we have is Angular CLI 12.2.8, Node 14.8, and Package Manager we already saw 6.14.15, and I am using OS Win32x64 version. Let's get started. So before implementing the Onsen UI, we have to create a project. So let me create a project in Angular named Onsen UI implementation. So my new project is Onsen UI implementation. So when you are click enter, it will ask, do you need routing? Yes, I need routing. And let me choose CSS for my the first project. I don't want to go for SASS or SCSS. And now it is creating a package for you. So it takes some time. Now it is completed. So let me go into the folder first. So now I'm into the folder or project folder. So let me open the code first. Code. It will open the code in Visual Studio Code. See, this is a project structure which we have now created application. Let me go to the implementation of Angular 2. So the first step is to set up Onsen UI in your application. So just copying that step and pasting it into our application. So what it will do is it will create a package for you to implement Onsen UI in your Angular application. So it's now installing the related packages for you. So it takes some time. Let's wait for it. Yes, it's about to complete. Yeah, now it is completed. You can see that it added 4 packages for you into your application. So we have a few number of steps. to be completed uh, uh, to completely implement the Onsen UI. To do that, so we need to go to the setup folder, and then we have to implement Onsen module into your application. To go to the project source app, then the app module.ts, you just paste it. We are importing the Onsen module into our app module, and then implementing the Onsen module into the imports array of ng module. So we are just pasting it. So the step 2 is done. The step 3, so we have to implement custom element schema into our Angular application. So our Onsen UI is completely the custom element uh, for Angular application. So we have to implement the custom element schema into your application. To do that, we have to create a schema array into the ng module. So let's do that as well. So now we are done with the step 2 as well. Then we have to implement or we have to import the CSS files into our application. So let's go to the angular.json file in our project, and let's go to Angular, and then in the root folder within the styles we have to just paste it. So in this location only our the Onsen UI is installed in our application. So we are done, so we are ready to go now. So before implementing the Onsen component, you'll just execute the current code, or you just build and see what we have in our current code, so that we'll just make sure our application is running successfully before implementing the Onsen UI. Then we'll run with the changes of Onsen UI. So let me just run the ng sav -hyphen open. So it will build our application, and it will open the project in the browser. So for that as well, it takes some time. For the first time we are building our application, so let's wait for it. So it is now done. The compilation is now done. It's creating a bundle for browser. So now you can see this is the output of our current file. So let's go to the HTML file and then remove all the content, and let me go to the Onsen page. Here we have a simple form. There is predefined form. Just copy that and paste into our app component.html, and now you can see uh, we can see the Onsen UI form here. So we have successfully implemented Onsen UI application, Onsen UI into our Angular application. So yes, at this stage you don't worry about separate UI components of Onsen. So we'll go through each and every component separately in detail in our upcoming videos. So thank you for watching. Keep following us. We'll post more videos related to that. Thank you.